At the climax of the Drum Kingdom arc, Wapol, seeing the flag of Dr. Hiriluk on top of his former castle, attempts to shoot it down. After the first shot, Luffy saves the flag from falling and ties the flag back onto the roof. And on Wapol's second shot, decided to hold firm and tank the shot. Once the smoke clears, we get to see one of the most iconic One Piece panels. This piece in particular hammers home an idea that's been prominent throughout the Drum Kingdom arc, and that was the importance of flags. From the beginning of the series, it's been stated that if you raise the Jolly Roger, not only do you become a pirate, but you put a mark on your back for the Marines. Hiriluk states that his beliefs that the pirate flag is a symbol of faith, and as for him, his Jolly Roger is a symbol that nothing is impossible. For Luffy, despite his carefree nature, raising a flag and being a pirate is not something to take lightly. To be a pirate is to risk your life, and the flag is a cumulative of that choice to risk your life and to fight for what you believe in. This importance of flags and Jolly Rogers will be repeated throughout the series. They come back during Long Ring Long Land, as one of the things you can take in a Davy back fight is the crew's flag, signifying the end of that pirate crew, and at the climax of Enya's lobby, when it's mentioned that attacking the flag of the world government is seen as an act of war, to which Luffy orders Sniper King to shoot the flag down, officially declaring war on the world government so Robin doesn't feel like a burden on the crew. This idea is also repeated later in the story, or more so cover stories, when Bartolomeo burns down the flag of the red-haired pirates, to which Shanks needs to respond in order to keep up appearances. Flags are also a symbol of affiliation. Any country who shows and bears the flag of one of the 4 emperors is deemed that emperor's territory. These affiliations can also be sorted into a few subgroups. 1. There's protection. Because it's deemed their territory, any threat or attack posed upon an island is deemed an attack on its respected emperor. For example, how Whitebeard's territories, such as Fishman Island, were placed under his protection just by having its flag present. Once he died, however, these flags became markers for easy targets. Secondly, there's possession. While it has the same benefits of being under the protection of an emperor, this has a really big difference in that it is a transactional relationship, mostly fitting the emperor. The most prominent example being Big Mom, who took over Fishman Island from Whitebeard once he passed. In return for her protection, the island must produce 10 tons of candy as tribute every month, or else lose her protection and be ravaged. And lastly, there's friendship. This mostly applies to Luffy, who doesn't want to rule over anyone, and rather the flag is a sign of their friendship, and if anyone was in need, the Straw Hat Fleet would come to their aid. As for the composition of the piece, Luffy being drawn with his head down draws much more attention to the flag itself, to which Oda wants to immediately draw our attention to it still being intact. On that note, while it's still intact, the flag still has some tear/burn holes in it, with Luffy having to uphold the flag, also mirroring Luffy's condition as he did just tank a cannon fire. Here presents the idea that despite everything it's up against, the flag and everything it stands for endures. Luffy also holding the flag adds to this, as it shows that the legacy and values the flag stands for are meaningless unless there are people who support and rally beside it in order to uphold those values. Luffy in this case not only supports what Hiriluk stood for, but also embodies it, as not only does Luffy always have the conviction and faith to stand up for what he believes in and for who he loves, but as has happened and will keep on happening, Luffy alongside his friends will always manage to achieve what others thought to be impossible and inspire hope amongst those who witness his feats. If the flag was presented as fully intact, I think it would undermine this message, as rather than it being an enduring value, it would instead be seen as invincible or unbreakable. While not a horrible sentiment, I don't think it was hammer home the message as well as the final piece. If the flag and its message was always invulnerable, then it wouldn't need protecting or nurturing it in the first place. In this part of the story, I think the message of something still standing despite it being put through hell, it's better than something still standing because it's inherently unbreakable. In conclusion, this panel not only enforces the importance of flags in the One Piece universe, but also sends a message about having values to hold dear and to make sure they can endure any challenges that come their way. That's all I have to say about this panel. If you have anything else to add, be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments. Be sure to like and share if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.